Hello everyone, welcome to this reading. This is a reading regarding what is coming towards you that you don't see approaching. Before we get into this, I like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always up to me. With that being said, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. I'm going to give you time to pick your groups in peace. And with that being said, if this reading resonated for you or if it was entertaining to watch, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially comment because I love interacting with you guys, receiving your feedback and how it may have resonated for you or maybe how it hasn't. And with that being said, I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what don't you see coming towards you. Before we get into this, I like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile, and if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always up to me. That being said, let's get into your reading. So for this one, I actually already have the cards shuffled because I just want to get into this and give you guys the messages that y'all need. So I asked 4 different questions, one being what's coming towards you, and we have that represented by the Strength card. Then we have at what pace it's coming towards you. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is how you'll be receiving it. And this is the advice. Wow, okay. Wow, I mean, this is pretty obvious on what this is. What is coming towards you is the strength, the motivation, the power, the control over your own thoughts and emotions to cultivate what you want. The confidence to get what you want and not, back down because maybe the task is too big or the reward is too high and you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know what you would do with that kind of money. You don't know what you would do with that kind of power. You don't know what you would do with that kind of responsibility. You don't know what you would do with that kind of fame and popularity. Whatever the case may be, it's what is coming towards you, the strength and motivation to believe in yourself enough up to the point where you don't need like validation from other people. You can get rejected and still feel confident within yourself because you know that you are the real deal. It's like things like that don't affect you anymore. So it's the genuine strength and confidence within yourself is what you're getting. And that might not seem like much, but I'm telling you, it goes a long way. Like there's a lot of people that have everything, but they're not confident. So it's like, they're not truly happy and they're just like, how you have everything? Because at the end of the day, you're going to sleep with yourself. You're not going to sleep with your money. Like, I mean, you're gonna have it when you wake up, but you're not going to sleep with your money. You get what I'm saying? You're going to sleep with yourself in your mind. When you close your eyes, you see yourself, so you're stuck with yourself. You have to deal with yourself. There's no escaping that. So it's like, it goes a long way. You guys are like building up the stamina. You guys are building up the momentum, the stuff that you need, the building blocks that you need to get what you want. How is this coming towards you? With the Ace of Pentacles, you might get an opportunity for yourself. So let's say, for example, you apply for a job and you end up getting that job. Actually, no, the question is at what pace? So, I mean, with the Ace of Pentacles, that's usually the start of something new. It's an offer given to someone, an offer presented to someone for them to take. So what? I mean, like realistically, it could be at the beginning of a month. It could be at the beginning of a new era. It could be at the, I don't know. I'm trying to make this as general as possible. It could even be like on a day after it was raining. It's just, I don't know. This is something new though. This is something new. I feel like maybe a lot of you guys probably deal with bursts of sporadic energy, but it's never consistent, which is normal because you're not going to be happy 24/7. But you guys could have had the problem with, feeling those, quote unquote negative emotions and then making it, I don't want to say a bigger deal because I don't want to like gaslight, but you're making it deeper than it has to be by now thinking negatively. So you were feeling negative, now you're thinking negative, which is just like, that just, you guys know what I'm talking about. It just makes it worse. As opposed to feeling your emotions, not trying to, come to a conclusion, not trying to rationalize it out. No, just feeling them and then letting them go instead of overcomplicating everything and then delaying the process of letting go. So I don't even know why I got into that, but how is this gonna happen with the Page of Pentacles, which is so funny because I feel like this is giving me Six of Pentacles energy. Let me see if I can find it in the deck. I'm gonna do this really quickly. If I can't, then I can't. But it's giving me Six of Pentacles energy because the Page of Pentacles is someone going after something, someone having a dream and doing whatever it takes to achieve that dream, having a goal and going out to actually achieve it, not just dreaming about it. No, actually taking practical steps towards it while also having that whimsical thinking behind it. So it's both. I actually look at, because the page usually reminds me of like an emotional, like a cup court. That doesn't make sense. It literally reminds me of the cup. It doesn't remind me of any other suit in tarot but cups, because the page is young. It's more about, you know, emotion, curiosity, adventure. So I mean, the page is pretty much all, but for whatever reason, it just resonates more as a cup suit for me. So it's funny because I think that it's giving me Six of Pentacles energy, because the Page of Pentacles is someone that goes and takes, doesn't wait for someone to give them anything. But with the Ace of Pentacles, you see a hand, you know, offering something. So it's just like, it reminds me of the Six of Pentacles, because it's like these two hands conjoining together to make an equal give and take exchange. So how is this gonna happen? I feel like you're gonna go off and get this for yourself. So I just heard, for some of you guys, it's like someone offered you something in the past and you didn't want it at the time, or maybe you didn't feel like you were good enough to have it at the time, but now you're going back to take it. Or this is like taking what's rightfully yours. I'm actually getting like a missed opportunity, but you going back to claim it, or claiming something bigger than that. Either way, how is this gonna happen? I feel like you're gonna initiate it. Oh my God, another thing that I'm hearing. It's like, for whatever reason, I keep hearing that it's something in the past. With this, like, the way it's like, the order that it's in is reminding me of something that's like in the past. And the person, like, I don't know, this is how I'm seeing it. It's like she's kind of looking over here when she's really just looking at this animal. But like, how it's coming off to me is like she's looking back here. Or maybe some of you guys, it's the opposite. Maybe, and it's funny because we have the Six of Cups here, literally. That's about reminiscing. So maybe like there was something that was given to you, but you couldn't take it because you had too much stuff on your plate. So you couldn't do it at the moment, but now you're available and free enough to do it. Or this is the actual opposite for some of you guys, where you're not reminiscing over past opportunities and you're now going out to go make more opportunities for yourself. Because some of you guys could have had an opportunity, missed it, and been reminiscing on it and just waiting for another one, or waiting for someone to give you something else. And now you're just like, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm gonna do it myself. And advice with the Four of Swords: take breaks when necessary, so you don't have to take a break because you need to now. I feel like that's probably another issue that you guys have. It's like this like sporadic, you know, changes of energy. But it's never consistent, or you can never keep it at a neutral level, because it's like you'll overwork yourself. It's like, okay, I'm feeling good now, so I'm just gonna get everything done, which it does make sense and that does work. But when you feel yourself getting tired, don't push yourself to do more just because you have the motivation. No, take the break when necessary so you can wake up tomorrow with that same motivation, because you're not burnt out. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the advice for you with the Four of Swords is to take a time out, to take a pause when needed, rather than like trying to do everything at once. You know, because you have a lot of good cards, and I think that, you know, like, it can work out really good for you. It's just, you need to like really take care of yourself and like your energy levels, and really make sure that you prioritize that, because if you don't, you guys already know what happens. I feel like this is an ongoing thing for you guys. You know, even though I'm getting like very, very new energy, maybe because for some, this could be like something completely new to you guys. Maybe it's a new job. Or you're just doing a position that you've never done, but it's a higher rank. It's something that you wanted, but now you're nervous. I'm hearing cold feet. It could even be like, for example, a marriage. Even though I feel like this has to do more so with like money, business, work, finances, goals, rather than love or relationships or social life. I don't really think it has anything to do with that. It could though. but for most people, I feel like it's like business and stuff. But like if it's even a relationship, it could be marriage. Like you wanted it, but now the day of your marriage, like you're nervous and you have cold feet. But that's because you're making a big commitment, and it's fine. You know, it's fine to be nervous, but just understand that this is what you wanted, and like you're gonna be fine. Wow. That wasn't supposed to happen, but for whatever reason, I'm gonna get this other deck and just like, wow, okay, that was not supposed to, that wasn't supposed to happen, but I'm gonna get this other deck that I literally don't use because I can't remember like the card, because like it doesn't have the word on it or like an image on it to show. So, but I just love this deck. I love the imagery of it, but I'm gonna use it anyways and just get like additional messages, like in using my intuition. I'm gonna do it like that because this deck is so beautiful. Like I hope one day that I learn it. Oh wow. I hope one day I learn it because I do want to use it. 3 is a charm. Get 3 pentacle energy. Okay. But this is the last card I'm going to get. So yeah, any other messages regarding what's coming towards group 1 that they don't see coming? Just look by the pictures of these cards here. I'm going to use the pictures to get a message. No. The sun. Okay, well, I didn't need, because that's literally the sun. Wow. And then we have the lovers and the fool right there. Wow. The sun. Victory. Victory, literally. Victory. But just by the image. This is like reminding me of lightning, even though I'm imagining it's probably fire because this is the sun card. But this is, for whatever reason, this is giving me like 9 of Wands energy, but without like the defensiveness. It's just like afterwards, because the 9 of Wands is usually about like the wounded warrior, someone that has fought so many battles and like they have one more to go, and like it's like they've done so much and they're wounded, but like they have like that one hill left to reach the 10 of Wands, to reach their destination, even though it was a lot. It was a very long journey. It was a very stressful journey. But this is giving me like, and it's funny because I was saying that the rain, no, the clearness, the clarity after the rain, after the storm, like it's just giving something like that. Like this could even be like maybe going through something and then realizing how much it was a blessing. That's what I was saying, like looking back at something with this opportunity. Maybe it's giving you an opportunity to grow. Maybe whatever situation that was meant to hurt you, harm you, put you in a situation that wasn't good for you is literally like actually creating the opposite effect. It's giving you the motivation that you needed, and you're realizing what you needed to realize to move forward. But with this sun, it's like, it's literally giving me the fact that like someone that would been fighting the entire day, and now it's like, you know, the sun is going down, you see the sunset, and like they're returning home. But for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like they have a home. This, like, I don't know how to explain it. I've watched a lot of gameplays by YouTubers. I've seen a lot of movies and TV shows. So it's like I'm imagining it that way, but not many of you guys could really relate to that. So like you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But it's just like, you know, the protagonist, and after they've done everything, the sun is going down, you know, the battle's over. It's like this airy presence. It's like that. That's what it's giving me, you know? It's like a bittersweet feeling because like you've battled everything that you needed to battle, and you're crossing over into like the new level, but it's unfamiliar. So it's just like, okay, I mean, I graduated, but now I'm entering a new, like I've graduated from high school, I'm entering university now. Like I'm excited because like the battle's over, the fight to get my diploma's over, but like, you know, there's new stuff to university. I've never been there. It's kind of like that. But yeah, good one. That was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what is coming towards you that you don't see. Before we get into this, I like to say this is a general reading, so not everything resonates for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile. And if you had trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always helps me. With that being said, let's get into your reading. So I asked 4 different questions. One being what's coming towards you that you don't see, which is being represented by the 9 of coins, which is the 9 of pentacles. Then I asked at what pace is this coming towards you? And you have the Chariot. Then I asked how will you be receiving this? And we have the 10 of Pentacles. And then some advice for you, the 4 of Cups. Wow. What is coming towards you? Starting off with the 9 of Pentacles, independence. The ability to do things without having to look to other people for advice, not having to look to other people for help, not having to look to other people for a safety net or reassurance or for validation, being able to make your own decisions without having to rely on someone else's opinion, someone else's resources, someone else's knowledge, doing things wholeheartedly on your own, but being able to accept help because you're just that fruitful where you have space to grow more. It's like your field is taken up by so much abundance, but it also is so much more spacious because you're open-minded enough to allow other opportunities in, to allow other forms of abundance in, to allow other perspectives in, to allow all of these things in with the 9 of Pentacles. What is coming towards you is independence, feeling independent, feeling strong within yourself, feeling confident within yourself. You guys might be, maybe getting more money where you don't have to rely on your parents, or you don't have to rely on a job to like pay your, it's like not having to like rely on your job to have you living paycheck to paycheck, or you being able to splurge on other things because you have a little extra money, or you may be getting a job that really suits you and pays well, so you don't have to stress about, well, I don't really have enough money to do this, or I don't really have enough resources to do that. So if it's not money, it's resources to create abundance. So like if you don't necessarily have this abundance now, then you have the resources. You might not have the money, but you most definitely have the resources to create that for yourself. And that's literally what I'm getting. It's like you're realizing that you only need yourself. You don't need anybody else. You don't need money. Well, I mean, you kind of do need money to get more money, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, you're not making things a #1 priority in your life other than you, which is making it very easy to get other things and to obtain other things because you have yourself. It's like, how can you get that bottle right there if you don't even have control over your arm to reach over, touch it, and pull it back to you? You have yourself now. So it's easier to give to others. It's easier to get things for yourself. It's just easier to navigate in this world when you know for a fact that you have yourself. For whatever reason, I kind of want to, I'm just going to get another card. Spirit, what's coming towards group 2 that they don't see coming? Wow, that just came out easily. We have Judgment, and it came out reverse, but I don't know if I'm going to take it. Am I going to take it? Am I? Okay, I'm going to take it both ways because I'm seeing it both ways. Maybe a lot of you guys did not trust your own judgment, which I was literally saying, like, you're not gonna have to rely on other people's knowledge, other people's reassurance, other people's validation to make decisions on your own. But maybe you had an issue, trusting your intuition, trusting your own judgment, trusting how you feel in your logic, just trusting the way you think, feel, and be. So much so that it's so uncomfortable to make decisions. It's so uncomfortable to branch off into new things because you don't trust yourself. You don't have yourself. So it's hard to do things. Like, it really is. It makes it so much harder to do things because you feel like you have to consult everybody else before making a decision for yourself. And like, after a period of doing that, you're not even going to be able to make decisions. You're not even going to know how to make your own decisions because all you've been doing is asking other people what you should do despite how you feel and what you think you should do. So it's like you're literally training yourself to be like, okay, I want to do this, but they said that I should do this, so I'm just going to do that instead. And then eventually you're going to feel like you don't have control over your life. But these are because like the simple patterns of doing that. And then of course, you know, your own core beliefs of not trusting your intuition, you know, all of that stuff. But because it was in reverse, I definitely feel like that was probably an issue for you guys. But you guys are like moving away from that. You're learning to trust your own judgment, to trust your own intuition, even if it leads you astray sometimes, which is fine. We don't know everything. We're never gonna know everything. So to get one thing wrong and then say, you see, this is why I can't trust myself is crazy. Because like that's just being so unrealistic. But I get it, understand. But it's just like during those points, you're gonna have to be like, okay, look, this was wrong, but I have another opportunity to make it right. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm wrong sometimes, and that's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't make it a bigger deal than it has to be. You know, all of those things. You know, and it seems simple, and I'm saying it as if it's simple. It's not, but I feel like the action itself is simple. It's just how you feel when you're doing it, how you feel after. You know, it's usually our mind and our own emotions that creates the intensity of the problem. So, you know, yeah. Chariot, the pace at it's coming by, literally the chariot is all about movement. That's literally like the 8 of Wands, but this is a major arcana card, so this is coming in very, very fast. Maybe you guys are gonna have to, I feel like some of you guys are gonna be put in a position where you have to make your own decision, and it's gonna come out right, and you're gonna be like, wait a minute, maybe I do got a little trick up my sleeve. Maybe you guys are gonna be like, wait a minute, I did that myself. So maybe like you guys are gonna like be, I don't want to say that, but I strongly feel like you're going to be put in a position where you have no choice but to fend for yourself, and you're going to realize that you did it. You didn't have anybody to call on, but you still did it, and it came out good. It turned out good for you, and you're just going to be like, wait, I did that myself. I didn't need anybody else's reassurance. I did that myself, and it's going to make you realize, like, wait a minute, maybe maybe it is safe enough to believe and trust in myself. So at the pace that this is coming in is very fast, very fast. I wouldn't be surprised if it's happening now, you just don't see it. So it's like, maybe you're in a situation where you feel like you don't have anyone, maybe you feel very alone right now. And you're just like, wow, it's horrible. But after you come out of this period, you can be like, wait, this built me. And if you're not in that, because it doesn't have to be about this. There's different sides to it. It's a general reading. So maybe some of you guys are going to be reaching that abundant and becoming more confident in yourself very, very, very soon. I can say that with this chariot reading here. Then we have, how is this coming towards you with the 10 of Pentacles? I feel like this is something that you chose to invest in. You chose to invest in something, and you're going to realize that you chose right. This is something that you invested in. This is probably something that you've been doing for a very long time. And if it's not that you were doing it for a very long time, it's probably because you just invested so much. You put so much effort into whatever this is, into whatever you're doing, that makes the intensity of the investment so great, despite how long you've been doing it. So for a lot of you, you guys have been doing it for a very long time. You've been trusting the process for a very long time, and you're finally receiving the outcome to that. Or this is just something that you invested in, even if it's for a short amount of time, but you just invested a lot into it. And you're going to be receiving, you know, the fruits of your labor. So I can't really say much about that because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. This is just something that you invested in for a very long time, something that you've worked with, worked in. And I feel like maybe I feel like a lot of people are around you and surrounding you and seeing this with the 10 of Pentacles here. Maybe it could be like your family seeing, you know, the growth that you've made, or this is just people around you. I just like accidentally took off so much mascara from my lashes, and like it's on my hand, and like I swear I'm not dirty, it's literally just mascara. So any other thing with the 10 of Pentacles spirit regarding how are they gonna receive this? For a more practical thing, like I said, it could, like, some of you guys are gonna be getting, you know what, the 6 of Pentacles is here now that I think about that, or now that I even see that. The 10 of Pentacles, not 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles is right there. So yeah, this could even be like someone lending you money. This could be a loan. This could be, you know, yeah, someone giving you something for others of you, because like it's gonna be different for everybody. But advice with how to deal with this, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups advice. Okay. I feel like don't I'm wanting to say, like, don't get caught up in the material and physical world so much that you neglect how you feel. Because you have a lot of pentacles and then judgment, which is how you think, a decision. So a lot of physical energy. I feel like Spirit is telling you advice, don't get caught up in it so much that you're not even paying attention to the more emotional side of yourself and the more emotional aspect of your life, because it can be very, very easy to fall into this sense of apathy, feeling nothing, feeling numb, you know, focusing on something so much that you don't pay attention to the other aspects of your life, that it's not even there anymore. And now when you go to look at it, or when you're forced to deal with that aspect of your life, it's just, there's nothing to connect to. There's nothing tangible. There's just nothing to connect to, because yeah. So, and then with the Six of Pentacles, wow, exactly. And Temperance, literally, right, as I'm getting deeper into the message with the Temperance being there, right, it's important to stay neutral, balanced in all aspects of your life. You know, of course sometimes you're going to be doing better or worse in certain things, of course, but it's always important to remain neutral when it comes down to the effort that you're giving. You know, don't just let one thing go because you're doing so good in that. Don't let this go because you don't need it anymore. That doesn't make sense, because of course everyone's emotional, whether that be crying a lot, whether that be, you know, and being happy. That's emotion. So it's like everyone is emotional. It doesn't really matter how you express it. Emotions are emotions. We feel emotions every day. Everyone's emotional. Everyone is practical. Everyone's everything, you know. But I kind of want to get one more card for that. The Hermit. I mean, to be very honest, that just, do I have to get another card? The Hermit. Isolation. I'm not gonna get another card. Isolation. Oh my God, you know what this is also telling me? Oh my God, why didn't I see that before? Yes, I needed to see this. Thank you so much, Spirit. Five of Pentacles, exactly. The Lovers, right? You guys saying, I had to do this on my own. I had to do this myself. I had to pull myself through the process. So why do I need you? Why do I need anybody? That is the energy that I'm getting, and Spirit is telling you it is not the best to obtain a mindset like that. Of course, solitude, and being alone is fine, you know, because you can't be mixing with other people's energies 24/7, because you have your own energy and spirit to tend to, of course. So take breaks when needed. Take periods of solitude when needed, because it's very important to do that so you don't become overstimulated, overwhelmed, you know, all of that. And you can stay neutral, balanced, and content within your own energy, of course. But there is a sense of you're doing this out of the wrong thing. It's like, I don't need you now. I don't want anybody around me, because you guys never really even contributed to the highest version of myself. I pulled myself through this, so why do I need you? Why do I need communication? Why do I need socialization? Yeah, it's like neglecting that aspect of your life, and you think that you're doing yourself good, and I feel like at first you might, because it's like you're not entertaining other people, so you have all the time to focus on yourself, focus on your finances, focus on achieving the things that you want to achieve. But when you achieve these things, you're gonna look around and there's nobody. Or you're gonna look around the people that are around you and you're not gonna feel anything towards them, because you didn't allow them in, or you didn't allow yourself to ask for help. Yeah, see, and this is why you always gotta watch the whole reading, because there's so many messages. For some, it's you guys always going to other people. For some, or for the other half of you, it's not asking for help and then feeling resentful that no one decided to help you when you didn't ask. So it's multiple things. So take what resonates. Don't let it take from you. If this is your message, you're gonna know. If part of it resonates, then just take that. If some doesn't, then don't take that, because it's a general reading. But, you know, it's important to not confuse isolation with solitude, or being alone with being with yourself, you know. But I'm gonna get a message. I literally love, wow, and we have the Chariot right here as well. So this is happening very, very fast. Wow, oh my God, wow. Look at this, wow. That's so funny. Look, wow, we have the Hermit again. And look what else we have, Temperance again. So whatever is coming to you, I feel like is very, very great. And oh, okay, and I'm hearing another thing. Don't allow everyone into your circle. Jesus, there's so many messages for so many of you. It's like a lot of this is coming in very, very fast, and the switch up is gonna be like that. It's like you're gonna go from the bottom to the top, and everyone's gonna want to be around you. You're just like, where were you guys when this was going on? And I feel like Spirit is telling you to just remain neutral. Don't like let that control how you feel so much, because it's either you're one gonna feel very mad because you're just like, why y'all around now, or two, you're gonna be like, oh my God, these people are back now, and allow them in, and they're just gonna steal all your energy. Wow, the Chariot, the Hermit, Temperance. Is really important to keep yourself balanced throughout this time, because I feel like a lot of stuff is coming in very, very fast, and I think it's going to catch you off guard. And a lot of you guys might be going through this alone. That's why it's important to like stay balanced and not let it like it's like you have to watch yourself is what I'm hearing, because it's like you're in an extreme zone right now. So it's like if you're extremely happy, you're gonna be extremely happy. If you're extremely sad, you're gonna be extremely sad. And to remind you, a lot of this is happening within yourself or by yourself. So it's like you really have to keep an eye on that and make sure like you're regulating your emotions, you're staying present, and that you're not allowing things to get to your head. Is there anything else? Based on the picture, Spirit. Based on the picture, Spirit, anything else? We have the Fool. All major account. What? Jesus. The Hierophant. Oh my God. The Fool. Something. Wow. You guys are like on the brink of something new. And this is coming in so fast, and I feel like it's gonna catch you so off guard. So off guard. It's like you're walking into something you don't even know what you're walking into. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, which is why I can't really like put a nail on it. It's a lot going on. But this Hierophant, stay committed to your goals. Stay committed to your morals. Don't allow anybody to throw you off your path. Stay consistent. Stay honorable. Stay committed to these things. Because I'm just seeing like there's so much stuff happening, and it's like it can get to your mind. You'll think that you want this because you have it now. It's just so much stuff happening. Or like, or like having a lot of options now because you got to glow up. Whether that be physically, financially, whatever. It's like you had to glow up and now you have a lot of options. It's like, no, these people are just attracted to you. But that doesn't mean like there's anything genuine there. You know, like, or maybe there is a genuine one out of the bunch, but you have to use discernment. Yeah, I cannot make this up. I literally just broke the deck and we have the Hierophant right there. Something, bro. I literally can't make that up, bro. Like, that's crazy. Something here is happening. I feel like your morals are going to be tested. With me saying that and then the Hierophant coming out, and I was saying to stay committed to it. Yeah, your morals are going to be tested because whatever's happening, it's like you worked for it. But now it's like, now that you have it, you have to prove that you're capable of keeping it and that you're deserving of keeping it. Like, you did the work. But it's just like, for example, you passed the 8th grade, you're in the 9th grade. The credit and the work that you did in the 8th grade carried you over to the next level. But it's like if you fail 9th grade, then you fail 9th grade, you know, and you're gonna have to do that over again. You don't just get to say, well, I passed 8th grade, so I can automatically pass 9th grade, and this is what I'm getting. It's like you worked to get in this club, but now you have to work to stay in it. Yeah. So let me want to tell y'all, something good is coming. Like, something really, really big, and it's coming fast. but it's like it's literally like I feel like it's something that you wanted, and it's definitely divine. That's for sure. With all of that major arcana coming out from 2 different decks in the same cards too, like I can't make that up. But yeah, Kutu, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what is coming towards you that you don't see. Before we get into this level, I like to say this is a general reading, so not everything resonates for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and it always helps me. With that being said, let's get into your reading. So I asked 4 questions. The first one being what is coming towards you that you don't see, which is represented by the 4 of Pentacles. And I asked at what pace is this coming at, which is represented by the 5 of Cups. Then I asked how you will receive it, which is represented with the 9 of Cups. And then we have advice for how you should deal with this. 8 of Swords. Wow. Now, first of all, your group. Wow. Okay. And the time just changed. Okay. Wow. The synchronicities are crazy. For one, I literally kept messing up while I was asking Spirit to help me channel into your energy. And then I had to do this reading like 3 times. Like this group 3 times because I messed up so many times. Then I got this card, but it felt like when I was shuffling for this question, when the card came out, it came out very like sporadically, so I didn't take it. I shuffled again and it came out again. Okay, so like I already have a feeling what this is. Starting off with the 4 of Pentacles, what is coming towards you that you don't see? I feel like you guys are holding on to something so tightly, and I feel like it's not allowing you to be free or to be happy. It's not allowing you to flow gracefully. You're just rigid, stuck, compressed, uncomfortable, all of that because you're holding on to something. So what's coming towards you, I feel like, to be very honest guys, if you feel like hearing bad news is going to trigger you, then don't watch this reading. But I don't necessarily think that there's actually a threat coming towards you. I think it's just something that's going to be thrown at you to show you what you're holding on to so deeply and dearly. I feel like, I don't want to just, okay, I'm just going to get another card because I don't want to say that and be wrong. Spirit, can you please clarify the 4 of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, the 4 of Cups? So I don't think I really have to, I'm just going to take those both out. Yeah, because that's literally what I was getting, but I didn't just want to say it and project because I have this issue. I didn't want to project that on y'all, but I feel like you guys are going to see how you're so attached to the outcome of something. Because when I look at the 10 of Cups, I look at that as like a happily ever after. It's like the World card, but just not, it's just like in a minor arcana version. Because like the 10 of Cups is like the happily ever after. It's the family with the home and the children, the house. Like they've reached ultimate happiness. They have everything that they wanted. They're content. They're fulfilled. The Devil is about control, ego, fear, insecurity. 4 of Pentacles is pretty much the same thing. You know, holding on to something so tightly, being so attached because of what essentially? Fear of not having it, fear of letting it go and not being able to find something different or better. So I feel like your issue right now, and what's gonna happen is you guys are gonna get triggered into seeing how you're attached to outcomes that you shouldn't be attached to. You're like, I feel like you guys are just gonna be triggered into seeing your own play in why you haven't received this 10 of Cups yet, or what you can do to receive this 10 of Cups. You're gonna see what you're doing and see what you should and should not do in order to achieve the 10 of Cups. I'm also seeing like someone that's already in the 10 of Cups, but maybe things have started to get a bit rocky and it's shown you that this is something that you're not meant for anymore, but you're still holding on to it. Like, there's just so many different messages, and I don't want to overcomplicate it. Yeah. When I'm looking at the second card, which is at what pace is this coming at, we have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is about loss. So I feel like you're going to lose something, or you've already lost it, or it's like the potential of losing something is going to trigger you so much, and you're going to realize how maybe either one, it's made you so happy that it's worth allowing things to flow naturally in order for you guys to be naturally and peacefully happy without, you know, the overbearing thoughts of overthinking, the fear of it crashing, or, you know, having to know everything about everything to make sure that it won't happen to you, or to make sure that you're not hurt, instead of allowing things to just unfold naturally. And I know I just said a whole bunch of nothing, but essentially what I'm saying is either one, you're gonna realize how good something was, or two, you're gonna realize how it was good at a point, but it's not something for you anymore. Yeah. And how are you gonna receive this with the Nine of Cups? I feel like something better is coming. Something that you wish for is coming. Whether that pertains to this situation or something else, you're just gonna be able to have a what is the word? A breath of fresh air outside of the toxicity of whatever the situation is, and you're gonna realize how toxic this is. So once you're like away from it, you're gonna realize how damaging it actually was. By you getting what you want is gonna make you realize how much you don't want this anymore, and how much you wanted it before, but it's just not something that's for you anymore. Spirit. Ugh. Yeah. Like, I'm trying so hard not to project because I feel like I see the situation, but I'm literally currently going through it, so I'm trying not to like say what I would want to hear. But it's really just giving me it's like yeah. I'm also seeing like someone realizing how much they were holding on to something that they didn't need anymore. It's like once it's gone, you're gonna realize you were holding on because of just simply just attachment. Whether this be a job, you kept the job because you were comfortable with it. You've been there for a while. You know that place like the back of your hand. You know the people there. Even though the job is not necessarily making you as happy as you know you could be, but you're just holding on to it so much because that's what you're familiar with. And then you might be forced into a situation where you have to quit the job or you even get fired. And then you get another one at the place that you wanted and you apply there because now you don't have this burden. You don't have this space being taken up. So you can apply for what you wanted. And when you get that job, you're just like, yeah, I miss my old job, but I like it better here. And you're just going to be like, wow, I could have had this sooner had I not been, you know, delaying the ending of this, had I not been holding on so tightly to this. My phone is literally overheating. I'm so sorry for that, guys. But it was a little pause for you guys, so it's not much, but you know. So we're gonna have a clarifier regarding the Eight of Swords and like advice, group 3, regarding how they should deal with this. Queen of Swords, yeah, use discernment. Use discernment. Use discernment. Use discernment. We have Three of Cups here as well. And the Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups. It's okay. This is like, this message is pretty contradicting. But I'm hearing like it's okay to ask others for help and ask other people's opinions for it. But with the Queen of Swords, it's up to you to use discernment on what is good for you and what is not. But you guys might have an issue and a problem with doing so, which is why I'm not really recommending you guys like go to other people, because they're just gonna tell you what they know from their own experience, and they've had a different experience than you, and of course it can help, but sometimes it can also be very unhelpful. I said unhelpful, but I meant unhelpful, which essentially is unhelpful. Guys, I'm so sorry. For whatever reason, I've been tongue twisted this entire reading, which it wasn't even like that for the other groups. So come on, like, got energy right now, get it together. Not playing. But yeah, use discernment. Discernment is necessary. I don't right now is really not the time to like go with your emotions, if I'm gonna be very honest, because I feel like it's your emotions that is keeping you stuck in a cycle that you don't need to be in. It's that fear of feeling uncomfortable in a new setting, with a new person, in a new school, with a new hobby, with a new trait, all of those things. It's the fear of feeling the quote-unquote negative result you think you're gonna get. So it's important to use discernment at this time. Like, your mind, I swear to God, like, coming from me, I'm telling you guys, your mind can really play tricks on you, because your mind knows you. Your mind literally knows you. Your mind knows you more than you know yourself. And even though that seems weird, it's true. Your mind knows when you're about to have a panic attack, because guess what? It sends those chemical imbalances throughout your body. Before you even know it's doing that, it's doing it. Your mind knows you more than you know your mind. Your mind creates these defense mechanisms to protect you. To protect you. Did you create that defense mechanism, or did you randomly pick it up? You randomly realize that you don't allow yourself to get vulnerable. Some people could have made the decision to, you know, stop doing that, but then others realized that they slowly started to stop doing certain things, because some of these things we don't have control over, because of how great the pain and trauma was in the past. We don't even have control over that, which is why it's important when you're in these, you know, like you're having these thoughts, to remind yourself, like, look, group 3, take a few deep breaths, understand that this is not when X, Y, and Z lied to you. This is someone different. This is not when you went to this school and things didn't turn out great. This is different. And even if it's the same thing, guess what? You went through that so you can pull yourself through this. But you gotta allow yourself the space to be you without the fear. Because when you really look at it, I've seen this, like this lady said it. It was on her page. I think it was Shally P, point of view Shally. Something like that. Shally _ point of view. And she was like, it's the bigger you trying to protect the little you. And like, I feel like that's what it is in this group, you know? It's like maybe you have like a bad experience with, you know, embracing new experiences, embracing new opportunities, starting something new. And it's like, you don't want to feel the emotion that you felt the last time you embraced something new and it went the wrong way. So you're literally subconsciously sabotaging receiving new opportunities because you're afraid of it, you know. And I don't know if that's what you guys are doing. I don't want to make it so deep and philosophical, because like I don't know what it is. Like, I just feel like this is you guys are just in a really tricky situation right now. But I'm gonna get more messages, and I'm so tongue-tied right now. Like, I cannot speak for nothing. Like, get it together. But Spirit, based on the images of these cards, can I have another message regarding what's approaching group 3? We have, wow, this card is so beautiful. You guys need to see this. Hold on. It's like someone hibernating in their own fire. Someone hibernating in their own fire. Someone sitting in their own fire. What's good for you is not good for everyone. What's good for everyone is not good for you. Okay, what is this? Taking the forbidden fruit. Taking a chance on something, but using discernment, because you don't know if that fruit is edible. Because remember, we have the devil here. Wow. Yeah, and it's coming out on this side. It's like everything that looks good isn't good. Using discernment. I feel like you guys are in a very conflicting point of your life right now, but I feel like Spirit is telling you, look, you're smart enough to know what is good for you and what's not, but you just have to have the discipline to make the choice to be like, look, this was good for me at a point in time, and it even feels good still, but in the long run and in the long term, it is hurting me and it's not worth it. So I have to pack my bags and leave this situation, leave this person, leave this job, leave this hobby. This is not something I want anymore, even if it's familiar, even if you've been doing it for a long time, even if it made you happy at one point, and learning to let go, or allowing things to flow naturally. Yeah, this is so conflicting. I wish I can't make this up. Literally, look, the devil's right there. The devil is right there. Jesus, look, the devil's right here. Yeah, not everything is what it seems to be. Attachment game is real strong coming through this. Fear is coming real strong through this. Overthinking is coming through real strong. And it's just like, another thing is, I feel like the answer is right there, and it's so simple. It's just, I don't want to use ego because I'm starting to really hate that word, you know? But essentially it is the ego, it's the fear. It's the fear, it's the overthinking that's overcomplicating things, when in reality it's simple. It might not be something you like, it might not be something you want to do, but the answer is very much simple. But it's, you know, it's the voices that want to overcomplicate things and make you second guess your better judgment. So essentially, it's important to stop ruminating. That, I don't think that's a word, but it's important to not sit in what is not making you happy. If you're sitting in fire, that's gonna hurt. And getting up, no, being stabbed is gonna hurt, right? And taking the knife out is also gonna hurt. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep the knife in your stomach? Like, come on. And look, I know, like, in some cases it's better to keep the, you know, object in there so it stops you from bleeding everywhere and then dying. But here's the thing. You have to allow your space, allow yourself the room to heal. So if you're just gonna take the wound and just leave it there, and take the knife and leave it there and just let yourself bleed out, then of course that's not something I'm gonna advise. But if you're gonna do that and prepare yourself to heal and allow yourself to feel and allow yourself to grow, instead of getting scared by all the blood that you see, maybe, just maybe, you might have a chance at healing that wound and being able to walk, being able to be healthy. Maybe, just maybe, you know, maybe. You have to have the strength to do so though, guys. And trust me, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not. It's really not. It's the feelings that are hard to deal with. But making the choice, it's like, okay, I have to put myself first. I can't stay in this situation because I'm abandoning me. It's not hard to make that decision. It really isn't. It's just the feelings that overcomplicate so much. It's the feeling. It's like the moment you decide to move on from something and you accept that, you get a sneak peek into the pain that you're gonna feel once you actually move on. And then that's what usually stops the process of actually, you know, finalizing what you gotta do to get yourself out of that situation. That it's like that for me, at least. You know, like when I accept that I have to move on from something, it hurts so bad because now I know that when I actually do move on, I'm gonna feel so bad. And like, I avoid it so much. And I feel like this is what you guys could be doing. But I feel like I'm talking so much now and I'm not even making sense anymore. But long story short, guys, do what is best for you is what I'm trying to say. Do what's best for you, okay? Don't be like me, literally talking so much. Just do it. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I will see you in the next one. Bye.